Good morning, wise and well family. Have you ever noticed how the choices we make in the morning can set the tone for the rest of our day? For so many of us, breakfast is more than just a meal. It's a ritual, a moment of calm before the hustle begins. But what if I told you that some of the foods we've been eating for years might not be doing our hearts any favors as we age? If you're over 65, this is especially important because your heart needs a little extra love and care during this stage of life. Now, before we dive in, let me say this isn't about making drastic changes or giving up everything you enjoy. It's about small, thoughtful swaps that can protect your heart and keep you feeling vibrant and strong. In this video, we'll talk about 3 breakfast foods that might be working against your heart health, and what you can eat instead to give yourself a boost. Because let's face it, none of us wants to feel sluggish or worried about our health when there's still so much living to do. Let's start with something many of us have probably enjoyed since childhood. Sugary cereals. You know the ones, those colorful boxes promising energy and fun right on the front. Maybe you even remember pouring yourself a big bowl while catching up on the morning news. But here's the thing. Those sweet cereals are often loaded with added sugars, sometimes more than double what experts recommend for an entire day. And when you're over 65, all that sugar doesn't just spike your blood sugar levels. It can also increase inflammation in your body, putting extra strain on your heart. So, what's the alternative? Instead of reaching for those sugary cereals, try starting your day with whole grain options like oatmeal or a high-fiber cereal. Oatmeal, for example, is packed with fiber, which helps lower cholesterol and keeps your blood sugar steady. Plus, it's incredibly versatile. You can top it with fresh berries, sliced bananas, or even a sprinkle of nuts for some healthy fats. Not only does this swap support your heart, but it also gives you sustained energy throughout the morning. Who wouldn't want that? Now, let's move on to another breakfast staple that might surprise you. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham. These are often part of a hearty American-style breakfast, but they come with a downside. Processed meats are typically high in sodium and saturated fats, both of which can raise your blood pressure and increase your risk of heart disease. And trust me, I get it. There's something comforting about the smell of sizzling bacon in the morning. But over time, those indulgences can really add up. Instead of processed meats, consider lean protein sources like eggs, Greek yogurt, or even turkey sausage if you're craving something savory. Eggs, in particular, are a fantastic option. They're rich in nutrients like choline, which supports brain health, and they're filling enough to keep hunger at bay until lunchtime. If you're worried about cholesterol, don't be. Research shows that moderate egg consumption doesn't pose a significant risk for most people, especially when paired with other heart-healthy foods. Pair your eggs with some sautéed spinach or avocado, and you've got yourself a delicious, nutrient-packed meal. Now that we've covered sugary cereals and processed meats, let's shift gears a bit and talk about one more breakfast food that might be sneaking its way into your routine without you realizing it. This one is something many of us rely on for convenience, but it could actually be doing more harm than good. Stick around, because understanding this next point and finding a better alternative can make a world of difference for your heart health. The third breakfast food we need to talk about is something that might not immediately raise red flags, but it's one of those sneaky culprits that can quietly impact your heart health over time. Refined white bread. You know the kind, soft, fluffy slices that seem perfect for toast or sandwiches. It's easy to reach for because it's familiar, convenient, and pairs well with just about anything. But here's the catch. White bread is made from refined grains, which means it's been stripped of much of its natural fiber and nutrients during processing. Without that fiber, your body digests it quickly, leading to spikes in blood sugar levels. And when you're over 65, those spikes can put extra stress on your system. Think about it this way. When you eat a slice of white bread, your body breaks it down into sugar almost as fast as if you were eating a spoonful of table sugar. Over time, these rapid fluctuations in blood sugar can contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain, and even an increased risk of heart disease. Plus, without the fiber to slow things down, you might find yourself feeling hungry again pretty soon after eating. That's not exactly what we want when we're aiming for steady energy and long-term heart health, right? So, what's the solution? Swap out that white bread for whole grain options like whole wheat, rye, or sprouted grain bread. These choices still have all the texture and versatility you love, but they come with a powerhouse of benefits. Whole grains are packed with fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar, lower cholesterol, and keep you feeling full longer. They also contain important vitamins and minerals like magnesium and B vitamins, which play key roles in maintaining heart health. Imagine starting your morning with a slice of hearty whole grain toast topped with almond butter and banana slices, or maybe avocado sprinkled with a pinch of sea salt. Doesn't that sound satisfying? Now, I understand that making changes like this can feel overwhelming at first. Maybe you've been eating white bread your whole life and the thought of switching seems daunting. But here's the good news. Small steps lead to big results. Start by buying one loaf of whole grain bread next time you're at the store. Try it alongside your usual choice and see how you like it. Chances are, once you get used to the richer flavor and heartier texture, you won't miss the white bread at all. And remember, every little swap counts. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. As we continue to focus on protecting our hearts through smarter breakfast choices, let's take a moment to think about how these changes fit into the bigger picture. Heart health isn't just about avoiding certain foods. It's also about embracing habits that nourish and support us. For instance, did you know that how you prepare your meals can be just as important as what you put on your plate? Let's explore some simple yet powerful ways to elevate your breakfast routine beyond just swapping ingredients. Whether it's adding anti-inflammatory spices to your dishes or finding creative ways to incorporate more vegetables, there's so much we can do to make mornings healthier and tastier. Let me share with you a few ideas that will not only boost the nutritional value of your breakfast, but also keep things exciting. Because let's face it, no one wants to eat the same thing every single day. Wouldn't it be great to discover new ways to enjoy your morning meal while knowing you're doing something wonderful for your heart? Stick with me, and let's dive into those tips together. Now that we've covered the 3 breakfast foods to skip, sugary cereals, processed meats, and refined white bread, and talked about healthier swaps, let's focus on how you can take these changes even further. Because protecting your heart isn't just about what you avoid, it's also about embracing habits and ingredients that actively support your well-being. Let's talk about some simple yet impactful ways to elevate your breakfast routine so it becomes not only heart healthy, but also something you genuinely look forward to each morning. One of my favorite tips is to incorporate anti-inflammatory ingredients into your meals. Chronic inflammation is a major contributor to heart disease, especially as we age, so adding foods that fight inflammation can make a real difference. For example, spices like cinnamon, turmeric, and ginger are easy to sprinkle into your oatmeal, smoothies, or even yogurt bowls. They add warmth and flavor while helping reduce inflammation in your body. Imagine starting your day with a bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh berries, a drizzle of honey, and a pinch of cinnamon. It's cozy, delicious, and doing wonders for your heart. Another way to boost your breakfast is by sneaking in more vegetables. I know. Veggies might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of breakfast, but hear me out. Adding veggies doesn't have to mean giving up your favorite morning staples. Instead, it's about finding creative ways to include them. Love eggs? Sauté some spinach, tomatoes, or mushrooms and toss them into an omelet or scramble. Craving something warm and comforting? Blend cauliflower rice into your morning hash or bake sweet potato slices to use as toast instead of bread. These small additions pack a punch of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support your cardiovascular system without making you feel like you're eating a salad at 7 a.m. And here's another idea. Don't underestimate the power of hydration. Many of us wake up slightly dehydrated after a night's sleep, and starting your day with water can set the stage for better digestion and circulation. Try drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning, perhaps with a slice of lemon for an extra boost. If you're someone who enjoys tea or coffee, those are great options too, as long as you're mindful of added sugars or creamers. A cup of green tea, for instance, contains antioxidants called catechins that have been shown to improve heart health. Pair it with your whole grain toast or veggie-packed omelet, and you've got yourself a breakfast that truly nourishes your body. Now, I want to remind you of something important. Change doesn't happen overnight, and that's perfectly okay. The goal isn't to overhaul your entire diet in one day, it's to make gradual shifts that become sustainable over time. Maybe this week you swap out sugary cereal for oatmeal. Next week you experiment with turkey sausage instead of bacon. and the following week, you try whole grain bread for the first time. Each step you take brings you closer to feeling stronger, healthier, and more energized. Remember, small changes really do add up. Before we wrap things up, I'd love to hear from you. What's one breakfast swap or habit you're excited to try? Or maybe you already have a go-to heart-healthy breakfast that you swear by. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I always enjoy hearing from our Wise and Well community. It's inspiring to see how everyone is taking charge of their health in their own unique way. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. At Wise and Well, we're all about empowering you with practical advice and encouragement to live your best life at any age. From heart health to staying active and everything in between, we're here to support you every step of the way. So here's to mornings filled with nourishing meals, hearts that keep beating strong, and lives full of joy and vitality. You deserve nothing less. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself, and remember, living well is the best revenge against aging.